Good evening, Stampers. It is 7:30 on a Thursday night, and I'm Wendy Fee from Wendy's Little Inklings, and I'm here tonight with some of our soft pastels and some of our decorative masks. I've got them sitting here, a little pile of them anyways. And so tonight I'm going to show you really quickly how to go and create a background using these soft pastels as well as our masks. Now, just before we go any farther, I'm just going to quickly bring this back over here. We have three different sets of masks right now. These ones are the, I lost my piece of paper. So these ones are the Plenty of Patterns ones. You can find these in the annual catalog. There is another set in the catalog called Basic Patterns. I don't have these ones or those ones. And then there's yet another set that's in the January to June mini catalog that's called Butterflies and Flowers. And so you can see these are a different set yet again. So I have these ones here. I'm just going to use the one with the flowers on it tonight. So I'll pull these out of here, out of the way. Okay, so I have that flower one here. This is what we're going to use on our background. Now, the pastels, there are 8 of them in a package, and these all coordinate with Stampin' Up! Colors. So, I mean, you could certainly go out to like your local art store or whatnot and get some other soft pastels. These are like chalk pastels, but the colors are not going to coordinate with the colors that we have. So, Gorgeous Grape is here. I'm going to pull out Poppy Parade to use that on my mask this evening on my background. But as I say, each of these coordinates with one of the colors in the catalog. There's only 8. I do hope that we're going to get more in the future because I have really enjoyed playing with these. We used to have big sets, like big long sets that had all of the colors in them, but they were just teeny tiny little palette pieces. So I like having these big ones. You can do a lot more with these. Okay, so I'm going to move these off to the side, but I do want to take out, I'm just going to put it on a paper towel for a second. I'm just going to take out the Poppy Parade one. Okay, so I have a piece of 5 1/4 by 4 inch cardstock. I'm going to take my mask and I'm going to turn it upside down. I'm going to use the side that's like the rougher side facing up, and the smoother side is going to be down. And I want to take a little bit of painter's tape, and I'm going to tape this to the back of the mask, because that way I'm not worried about trying to cover up painter's tape, like basically kind of messing with it. All right, there we go. Okay, so I have it sitting here, and then I'm also going to go ahead and I'm going to tape it down as well, just so that it doesn't move when I'm doing this. I'm going to push it over that way a little bit. I want to make sure that we can see it. Okay, that's one side. I'm not on top of the paper. I'm just over in the edge of the mask. Okay, I'll do the other corner up here too. I'm just using painter's tape, the green painter's tape, because I don't want anything super sticky. I want to be able to peel it all off afterwards. All right. Okay, so I also have a silicone mat. This is really nice because they're really easy to clean up. And so I've decided to use that this evening. And I've got my take your pick tool with like the paddle end. So I'm going to scrape. I've done it on this one before. The card sample that I have that I finished is actually not using this color. It's using a different color. So you'll see it at the end. So I'm just going to turn around. I'm going to scrape some of this off. Ooh, I'm getting it all over the place now because I did the corner. Onto my silicone mat. Okay. I want a fair bit here because it is a pretty big area. Okay. All right. So once I have that, I'm going to use a blending brush. So I have one that I use like for reds and pinks. So I'm going to pick that one up. And I'm just going to dab it in here. Kind of dab off a little bit, and then I'm going to tap it over top of the mask. You can see it's a pretty intense color, this Poppy Parade. Okay, I'm going to tap it all over. Don't worry, it's not going to stay like this. Okay. All right, just a little bit more. I can see the edge of the cardstock here, and I will certainly add some more afterwards as well. I'm just going to tap it on, and then I'm going to swirl it around. You can do this with ink as well, but using the soft pastels and the fact that, like I said, they're chalk pastels, it gives you a totally different look because it's very, very, it's fine. Like it's kind of soft. It's not jarring. You haven't got hard edges. There we go. And it's not as strong as you can see. Like it's a lot stronger here than it is actually on the cardstock. It's very subtle. You have the ability to kind of smoosh it around a little bit. It's not going to be uniform either. Definitely more like a stencil color. Okay, so when I pull it off, let me move this out of the way because it is Poppy Parade. It is pretty strong. So we just get it out of the way here. So when I peel this off now, you can see that I have these really pretty red flowers, but you know, definitely Poppy Parade color. You can see that it's red with that orange background in there, like that little bit of orange, but it is not really harsh on the eyes. Okay, so I've got all that tape peeled off. I'm going to go back and tap off a little bit extra, and then I'm just going to go back over, and you can see it does smooth the color out, or yeah, move the color a little bit, but you still have those very defined flowers. You don't get rid of the flowers, but you add a little bit of extra color to the background of the paper. Okay. All right. That's all there is to it. It's actually, like I say, really, really, really easy to make. So this is Poppy Parade, and I'm not going to do the same one in the Mango Melody, the yellow, but I have got some Mango Melody cardstock here, just so you can kind of see what it would look like against that. You could take this and you could put it right against that red, that Poppy Parade cardstock, or you could also go ahead and just put this right on top of that Mango Melody. I was actually thinking that I might go like this, so that I've got the Mango Melody as well as the Poppy Parade and that Poppy Parade stenciled piece, but I really haven't decided. I wanted to kind of play with this a little bit more, and you'll see why in a second. Or I might go like that. So if I go like that, then I can have a nice wide Mango Melody border. You'd have that Poppy Parade cardstock in behind, and then you'd have this piece here. So just to kind of give you an idea of the overall, just moving this out of the way, the overall look of what the finished card could be, but in a totally different set of colors, is this one here. So this particular card is all purple, obviously. So it's Gorgeous Grape and it's Highland Heather. And then I've taken that purple chalk, this one here, and this one is Gorgeous Grape. So I've gone and put this on, and you can see it absolutely matches that color, but it is a much softer look to it. So you could actually use it even just with the Highland Heather without having that Gorgeous Grape in behind it as well. So I have gone and I've stamped the sentiment on the front with the Sunny Sentiment set. So the Sunny Sentiment set just gives you a couple of, like I guess it gives you 5 just fun sentiments. You've got a nice big thank you. You know, thought you could use some sunny thoughts for today, which is actually what I'm going to go ahead and put on this one afterwards. You know, you've got hoping your birthday is filled with all the best things, which is what I then put onto the super purple card. There's some Highland Heather ribbon behind it. I've used Gorgeous Grape just to go ahead and stamp that. And then I used the square die that's got those lovely little rounded edges from the Hippo and Friends die set. It's just like a nice different size and a different shape than just putting on a square or a circle. So I've gone and put that on top, added 3 rhinestones, and we're good to go. So not a hard card at all, but something a little bit different to make that you can go ahead and add to your little crafting arsenal. So as I say, you can go ahead and put whatever you want on it. I'm going to put a sunny sentiment in here, add a little bit of ribbon, and then I'm good to go. If you have any questions on how to go ahead and recreate this technique, then please go ahead and add them to the comments or send me a quick email, Wendy at wendyslittleinklings.com. As I said, I have really enjoyed using these of late, and I've got a whole bunch of other projects that I have made using the soft pastels. So I will be posting some of those onto my blog and here on Facebook, but don't be at all surprised if I bring these back out for more projects in the near future as I show you more different techniques that you can use these for. They're a great thing to have in your collection. So much fun to play with. Okay, have yourselves a lovely evening, and we will see you all next week. Good night.